This Red Zoro leader that originally came out in OP01 is still going really strong here in OP10, EB02, and OP11. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Mabi here, and today I'm going to be giving you my personal deck profile for this Red Zoro leader. We're going to talk about every single card. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I upload daily duels and deck profiles for different anime TCGs. Alright guys, here we go. So obviously you guys know this leader. This is a rush leader. In previous iterations, it was running a Straw Hat package. This one still kind of is, except it's now running half Straw Hat and half sort of animals that, you know, technically most of them are still Straw Hats, but some of them aren't. Alright, so this is going to be a complete video breakdown. If you just want the deck profile, pause the video, head on over to my website, MabiTCG.com. There you get proxies, translations, deck profiles, and more. There you can get the whole image and everything like that. But here, we're going to talk about every single card in this video breakdown, starting with the leader. So, this is Zoro from OP01, as mentioned. 5,000 power, 5 life, supernovas, and a straw hat crew. So, the ability here is with 1 Dawn attached during your turn, all of your characters gain 1,000 power. That is really good. The highest cost that this deck has is going to be a 4. You really want to rush and swarm the board as much as possible, and with the Straw Hat sort of the Straw Hat archetype plus the Animal Chopper archetype, it really works well together. The first card we're going to be talking about is going to be this Nami. We are running 4 of them. It's from OP01, 121. On play, look at the top 5 cards, grab a Straw Hat other than Nami, add it to your hand. Pretty basic. 1 costs are really good in this deck because we are going to be running some Machinos. So honestly, this is a searcher. It'll help you get a card, but this is also going to be a very fun attacker. And if your opponent wants to waste time swinging into it, they're not really swinging into you. But at the same time, you are going to be losing technically resources, you know, card advantage. So we're running 4 of these Namis. Now the other searcher we're going to be running, that's right, 2 searchers. This is Dr. Kureha from OP08, 121. On play, top 4. Grab a Tony Chopper or Drum Kingdom type. So as we mentioned, a lot of these cards are going to be Drum Kingdom. A lot of them are going to be Chopper. And then some of them will be Drum Kingdom. So you'll be able to grab that card as well. So just like Nami, these are going to fulfill the same thing. You have a very high chance of getting multiple of these for your first starting hand, your mulligan. So even if you throw out 2 or 3 of these, it's perfect. These guys are perfect for attacking straight out. However, we're only running 3 of these ones. Now for a very key piece of the deck, this is one of your strongest 2Ks that you will most likely not be using as a 2K. This is Machino from OP02. 102. Activate main, rest this character. One of your red characters with a cost of 1, has to specifically be 1, gains 3,000 power during this turn. So as mentioned, the best cards to use are going to be these Kurehas and these Namis. Even if you don't use your leader ability or attach any Dawn to these 2 characters, you rest this Machino and boom, they are a 5,000 ready to attack. This is also going to be a pseudo blocker. Your opponent does not want to leave this on the board. It's very easy to KO with this being 1 cost and 0 power, but hey, it's a card that just really works. It's a strong 2K for the deck. So I'm running 4 of these. Next off, we have some choppers from STO1. This is 110. This just has blocker. You're not really going to be using this to attack. You have a lot of cards which you do want to actually keep alive, like these Machinos, or some of your late, quote-unquote, late game rushes. You want to keep this on the board, and you aren't usually going to be just playing it straight out. You have some cards that let you summon this via, there's like 2 other choppers in here. There's also a stage that kind of lets you play this for free. So this is a great card to put to just protect your key rushing attack cards. Next off, we have 1 copy of Diable Jambe from Star Deco 1. It's cost 1. You can activate this during your main. Choose a leader or a character that is Straw Hat, and mostly almost everything here is Straw Hat. You have your 4 cost Kin and Killers, which aren't. But for the most part, if you're going for game during this turn, your opponent cannot activate blocker. When that leader or character attacks, you can easily use it for 1, throw everything on Zoro, and go for a game that way. And that's how this is going to be ran. The trigger here is KO with 3 or less with blocker. That's usually not going to happen, but if it does, great benefits, but usually won't happen. So we're running just 1 copy of this. All right, now for a really nice counter card here. This one's called Just Shut Up and Come With Us. This is from EB01. It costs 1, so you can use it during your opponent's turn during a counter. Activate with 1. look at the top 5, grab an animal that's 3 or less, place the rest on the bottom. So pretty much every animal in here is going to be a 3 or less. You have, the most important one to grab is going to be these choppers. And remember, this one's on play during your turn, so you won't be able to use the ability, but this one comes in as active. It gives you another character to attack with next turn. So this is really strong. It's extremely powerful. 4 of these. All right, now we're running a couple of these Sanjis. These are some decent 2Ks. They're mostly going to be used for 2Ks. I wouldn't usually throw these on the board just randomly. This will be from OP11, 232, activate main. Add 1 card from your life area to your hand. Your leader is pretty tanky, so if you have to use this mid to late game, not an issue. This character then gains 2,000 power, making it a 5,000. Then they also get 2 Arrested Dawn, making it a 5,000 character. This is pretty good because it's main, it's not on play. So technically, you know, if you really see yourself needing to attack really cheap and go for game, you can throw this on the board, you know, and hopefully it does get removed, and then boom, add some stuff to your life, and then 7,000 for, you know, that, and then you have a lot of Dawn to do other stuff. It's also a great searching 2K as well from the Nami. Okay, now for one of your other key pieces of the deck, this is your Chopper from OP08 350. So your turn, when you play this, and then later on, when you attack, look at the top 5 cards. Play an animal that's 4,000 or less rested, and the rest go to the bottom. This is extremely important because this is a rush deck. You are basically throwing so many bodies on the board, and sometimes you are protecting them. This is one that you kind of want to protect because it kind of replaces itself for hand advantage. But basically, with you being a rush deck, right, you throw out a bunch of these small weenies, they get attacked easily, and you don't really get anything out of it. Like your opponent doesn't, they don't lose card advantage. They swing into the Nami, it's gone. They have more cards than you. This one, if you can keep it on the board, every single time you play it, especially the turn you play in afterwards, you get to get a new card on the field, And there's a really good animal card that came out in EB02 that really fulfills the role here and makes it better. Now, you must keep in mind that this cannot play itself, but there's a lot of animals it can play. For example, these choppers. It comes in rested, so even if your opponent does attack into them, they're not attacking into this chopper, etc. So, just to look at this, there's 4,000 power or less. This new one came out, 4,000 power or less. 4,000 power or less, 4,000 power or less, and those are the animals that you're playing. Oh, also this one too, 4,000 power or less. So this card throws out a lot of cards that you are running in this deck. It's super good and powerful. So this is a high priority to keep alive. You're running 4 of these. Even if you don't get like a bunch of these searching at the beginning, you know, if you end up getting this, you might end up keeping it. But it's important that you do set up the board with all your searches so we can attack soon. So crazy good card for the deck. All right, time for the card I was just talking about. EB02 Chopper is new. So this is Animal, Drum Kingdom, and Straw Hat Crew. It has all the archetypes. 3, 3, 1. With 2 Dawn attached during your opponent's turn, this character has 2,000 power. This is only really relevant if your opponent is running a bunch of small things as well, and they don't, and they want to attack into this, but it's going to be a 5,000 base. If it gets attacked by a 5,000 leader, it's completely fine. You can let it go and die. But the important thing here is on play, your turn or the opponent's turn. If your leader has a Straw Hat Crew leader, give up to one of your characters or leaders 1 Rested Dawn. So if you end up playing this chopper for 3, you search for this, you can go ahead and play this, give your leader the Rested Dawn, his ability activates, and then all of your cards that you played in the previous turn, for example, the Makinos, the Kurehas, the Namis, they're all going to get major benefits. This is a great card because once you do have 1 card on your leader, this thing is just a 4,000, and you just need to commit 1 Dawn in order to attack a 5,000. This is really good. It makes the deck a lot more consistent, and it can be played with this. It can be played with this other chopper that we're talking about as well. So running 3 of these. So this chopper is really good for the deck as well. This one came out in OP04, 341. On play, play an animal that is 3,000 or less from your hand. Boom, an animal. It doesn't have to be a chopper specifically. Boom, an animal. So this chopper plays this chopper, let's see, and this chopper here, and the hiking bear. And really good, again, this is another card that just with 1 Dawn on your leader, it's that 5,000 threshold to keep attacking. So this, it just so much chopper comboing. It's crazy that this leader is just, I would say, better than the green-red chopper that came out in OP08. It's just more consistent. But if there's going to be, like, if they want to make that leader and revive that leader, just I'll go off tangent a little bit, they need to make cards that specifically say if your leader is going to be Chopper. That works. Some of these, yeah, they are, but most of them, they work really well in this, Rush Zoro deck. So this is a great card. Remember, you just want bodies on the board. And the ways to do that is going to be this one, Keep Alive, and this one helps you throw out more bodies. This one also, keep in mind, this one's active as well. So if you end up playing this Chopper with it, it's going to be a blocker ASAP, which is great. So I'm running 4 of these. Okay, time for another 2K. So you can see we're running a total of 12 2Ks here. 4 Makinos, 4 Sanjis, 4 Hiking Bears. This is an OPO8. 3/3/2 with 1 Adon attached, activate main, up to one of your other animal characters on the board gets 1000 power. That's really good. Meaning you get double benefits. If you put 1 Don on him to buff him up, he basically buffs up another one for another 1000. So this is a really great card. Super good. It just gets summoned by almost everything that you can't summon. Summoned by this, summoned by this, and then summoned by that. It's so good, dude. So Hiking Bear. It's a 2K, but it's mostly going to be on the board because it's a decent attacker and buffs up your other characters. All right. Time for the last chopper of the deck. This is from EB01341. It has blocker. Wonderful. Can be played again with 2 Dawn attaching, 2 Dawn attached. Then when attacking, give an opponent's character -3000. -3000 is a lot. And you buff up this character to a 6000. You put 1 Dawn on him, 7000, giving somebody -3000. If you really need to close out the board, just destroy stuff, this will really help you do so. This is another high priority target your opponent wants to get rid of. So great card running for these. Now for this Zoro 3 cost rush 350 from OPO1. That's it. Just simply rush. Nothing fancy here about this except it can be searched with Nami. And it's a good contender for you using your Diable Jambe, but your leader is also the same sort of thing. But you can, depending on how the order that you play, your opponent might not think about it, and then, they can throw out some cards and stuff. But this is just one of your very useful cards for Diable Jambe. Okay, time for the final card of the deck. Kitten Killer. It's from EB01. 450. This has Rush. When attacking, if your opponent has 2 or less life, his character gains 2000 power during this turn. Now, because your deck runs really low cost, you might be able to, maybe towards the end game, you have 8 to 10 Dawn. You could throw out 2 of these, give your leader one of your Dawns, and then boom, these guys are 8000 attackers, 2 8000 attackers on the board. And then you have, of course, all of your other previous cards in here that might work out. So your Kitten Killers are mostly for closing out the game. They are definitely a high priority to keep alive because they just get, it's 4 or 5, it's freaking nuts. It's 4 7 technically. When you're playing them, your opponent's gonna have like 2 or less life. So this deck is good. It's really good. And people have always been playing this Zoro deck since it first came out in OPO1, but with a lot of the really nice animal support, it's been coming more and more consistently good. So I highly recommend, if you guys want to run Zoro, this is a pretty good package to run. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know down below, and stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for more duels and deck profiles featuring this leader and more. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.